Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson. And in this particular lesson, we've got these questions that are falling under more concepts. To be specific, these are limiting reagents and many more. So now, for us to answer this particular question, I want your total attention and I want you to follow me attentively even as I teach you this particular topic. So the question is saying, 19.5 grams of zinc and 9.40 grams of sulfur were heated together. This is an equation that is here, zinc plus sulfur, we've got zinc sulfide. So that is what is being formed. The first question is saying determine the limiting reagent. So if you are told to determine the limiting reagent, you need to know and understand that the limiting reagent is a reagent that finishes first before the end of a chemical reaction. So now, for us to determine the limiting reagent, so the limiting reagent between these two, how do we determine the limiting reagent? We calculate the number of moles. So we calculate the number of moles for zinc, we calculate the number of moles for sulfur. The one that will have less number of moles, it means that that is the limiting reagent. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm told that 19.5 grams of zinc. How do we calculate the number of moles? So I'll say number of moles for what? For zinc. I'm going to do this. We say that mass over what? Molar mass. This is the formula we get to use, where I'm going to say this is now equal to what is the number of mass for zinc. I'm told it is 19.5 over what is the molar mass. So molar mass, since it is just zinc, we get the mass number. What is the mass number? It is 65. So when you divide there, what answer are you going to get? So when you say 19.5 divides 65, so divide 65. The answer we are getting is 0.3. So meaning here I put a 0.3 like this. So 0.3 what? Moles. This is for zinc. I now calculate the number of moles for sulfur. Where is sulfur? Here. I'm told, I'm given that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say number of moles for what? For sulfur, which is equal to, I'm doing the same even here, number of mass times mass over molar mass. What is mass? 9.40 over. What is the molar mass? Molar mass for sulfur is known. Molar mass, whenever you're talking about a single element, is just the same as the mass number. So it is what? 32. If we divide there, what answer are we getting? So we say 9.40 divided by 32. What answer are we getting? We are getting 0.29. So we're getting 0.29375. So 93 moles we can end here. So we now look at these two. Have you seen? We now look at these two that are given here. The question was saying determine the limiting reagent. So after you've calculated the number of moles now, so for you to determine the limiting reagent, what you are going to do, which one is having less number of moles here? So you are going to conclude and say that the limiting reagent is sulfur because it has a smaller number of moles compared to zinc. So this is what we are doing. So this sulfur is the limiting reagent because it has the smaller number of moles compared to zinc. This is the reason why it is a limiting reagent. So determine the limiting reagent, it is what? Sulfur. So we've answered the first question with these calculations that you are supposed to put here. Then the next question is saying, how many moles of zinc remain unreacted? How many moles of zinc remained unreacted? What you're going to do, this one which is in excess, you say, okay, this one minus that one. This is what we get to do. So what I'm going to do, so we've answered this question, so I can love this question. So for us to find the number of moles of zinc that remained unreacted, what we are going to do is that we are going to say number of moles is equal to, we say 0.3 minus those ones, 0.29, which is equal to, so get your calculator, 0.3 minus 0.29. What is the answer? The answer that you are going to get will be 0.01 moles. So this is the number of what? This is the number of moles of zinc that remained unreacted. This is what you're supposed to do. You say this one minus the number of moles for the limiting reagent. So that is what you are supposed to do. We move now to this other question that is here, that's saying how many grams of zinc element remain unreacted. So now they want us now to calculate. They want us to calculate what now? They want us to calculate then how many grams. So they want us to calculate the number of grams. So meaning they want us to calculate mass. This is how the question is. So you know that mass is equal to number of moles times the molar mass. This is the formula we get to use. So this is a formula you need to know. This is a formula you need to get and understand. Where I'm going to say that number of mass is equal to number of moles, the number of moles, these ones that remained unreacted. So that 0.01 times molar mass. What is the molar mass now? So what molar mass am I going to use here? Molar mass of zinc. What is the molar mass of zinc? You know that it is 65. So when you multiply there, what answer are you going to get? You say 0.01 times 65. The answer we are going to get is 0.65. 0.65. Then I just say grams. So meaning that that is the what? That is the answer. Hope you are able to see what I'm doing here. This is how we need to calculate this. How many grams of zinc element? You know, that remained unreacted. You know that the formula it is, we get to do this. Maybe somebody is saying, where is this particular formula coming from? You know that number of moles is equal to what? Mass over molar mass. So we say over 1, then cross multiply. What we get to have is mass is equal to number of moles times molar mass. This is what we get to have. So these are some of the things that you need to know. These are some of the things you need to get and understand. Have you seen? So just like this, we are answering this question. We move now to the last question that is saying that calculate the mass of zinc sulfide. Now they want us to calculate the what? They want us to calculate the mass of zinc sulfide. So what we are going to do here, since we've done done more to more calculation, mass to mass calculations, so we know how to answer these particular questions. So what I'm going to do, I want to find the mass of zinc sulfide, the mass of this zinc sulfide. What am I going to do? I say mass to mass. I can use this to that. I can use this to that. I'm still going to find the same answer. So what you are supposed to do here, we are going to use sulfur. Why are we using sulfur? Because that is now the limiting reagent. So we are going to use the limiting reagent because this is the one that had to finish first before the end of the reaction. So what is the mass for zinc? You say it is 32. So I say 32 grams of sulfur equivalent to what is now the molar mass for that. So if you calculate there 32 plus 65, you are going to get 97, if I'm not mistaken. 97 grams of what? Of zinc. This is what you are going to do. So these are some of the things that you are going to do. From there now, what are you going to do? You say, okay, this one, it is given. It was 9.4 in the question. 9.4 grams, then equivalent to what? X. You cross multiply. 32x is equal to 32x is equal to, so even as we calculate this, those of you that want tuitions can WhatsApp me on my number, which is 0971066747. That is my number, 0971066747 for tuitions. So let us now continue and calculate this. We say, okay, this is 32x. what about this? If we multiply that, we say 97 times 9.40. What answer are we getting? We are getting 911.8, where we are going to divide by 32. We divide even there by 32. This and that cancels out. Then the answer we are going to get to be x is equal to, so that answer divided by 32. What will be the answer? The answer we are getting is 28.49. So we are getting 28.493. So it's just the same as 85. Then it is the mass, grams, of what? Zinc sulfide. So this is what you are supposed to do. These are some of the things you need to get and understand. The same way I've answered this, this is how you are supposed to answer this particular question. So make sure you know how to work out this. You know how to answer a question that can fall under this in an exam. So don't forget, this is Arisonite Academy. So this is Arisonite Online Academy, where we get to conduct online lessons for the students, GCE candidates and internal candidates. So if you want tuitions, or you know somebody that could like to start tuitions with us, you can WhatsApp me on my number. This is my WhatsApp number, so you can WhatsApp me on this number. If you want to start your tuitions, we prepare you for your exams. This is the number. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow this page or channel, and don't forget to like the video. Have a wonderful day.